Welcome to Mark Allen's Culinary Adventures. It is a gorgeous day here in Southern California. It is hot. It's about 85 degrees where I am. We'll find out the temperature in San Pedro, where our guest is zooming in from. And that'll be Robert Schueller in just a couple of moments. You know, because it is summer, it's, hamburgers, hot dogs, and chicken. Oh my. But what about something different? What about something healthier? How about grilling vegetables? And that's what we're going to do today. Grill some vegetables, show you how to do that as we take to the air. Join us, won't you? And I should say two things. One, if you hear dogs or kids, we are outside and it is summer and people are outside. That's one. Two, if you hear me scream, it's because a bug has bit me and I hate bugs. I'm sorry. The last time I had a bug, well, actually, I ate a bug once. It was covered in chocolate. It was pretty good. It was a cricket, chocolate covered cricket. Ick. Anyway, let's go to San Pedro and talk to our good friend, Robert Schueller from Melissa's Produce. Robert, happy summer.
Yes. Hey, Mark. Thank you for having me on this season. It's a warm day here in coastal San Pedro, 80 degrees and sunny. Not as warm as you are, but a great day to grill and barbecue.
Absolutely. I'm going to show everybody just one of our plates. And Carole, let me know if that's a good shot. Um, we're going to be doing potatoes, which I've never grilled, tomatoes, corn, and um, uh, and peppers, sweet peppers. Oh, good. Thank you. There we go. And we have more to do too. And we'll do these first. Grilling vegetables, that's something that people should be doing, but they don't, right?
Yeah, I think most people think that the grill is only for proteins, for steak, chicken, pork, your favorite game. However, to have a successful grilling barbecue experience, it's great to have to do your produce on the grill before you start your favorite protein. So the thing is that first of all, vegetables and fruits, they don't take as long on the grill. Two, they add a flavorful component to your lunch or dinner, and they add color, extra nutrition, and they're not as hard as you think they are to do. And
Right.
so
And we're going to be
we're going
doing,
to go over. Mhm.
I'm sorry, we're going to do these, but I wanted to talk just briefly because this is now hatch chili season. Now, we don't have any hatch chilies. Um, uh, but throughout the country, actually, there'll be hatch chili roastings. They take about a half hour. People buy these by the bucket full, and they're roasted. And then you pull off the char, and you can cut them. I'm going to, in the meantime, I'm going to spray my grill. Now, should I have? Oh boy, should I have the grill hot or not hot?
Yes, after you turn it on, clean it, you can spray it. I also like to spray the vegetables before going on. That is so the vegetables don't like stick to the grill, and also it holds the spice. You can use as simple as salt and pepper. I mean, it's not so different when you're cooking meat, except vegetables, they don't take as long on the grill. So making sure you spray, and whether on the grill and also on the produce item, the seasoning will help on there. So now, not all vegetables cook the same. So I'm seeing, Mark, you want to put the more dense produce items, and of course, the ones that you have are more dense are the baby potatoes, which you've I think you put on some of the mixed fingerling gemstone potatoes, which is a
That is
mixture
correct.
of different varieties of potatoes by cutting them in half. They're large enough so they won't fall through the grill, but they're not as starchy as a typical russet potato, so the cooking time is not as long. So on the baby potatoes and the corn, it should take less than about 20 minutes. You're talking about a medium heat, and this is a good time to now season your veggies. You
Yeah,
might have a
this one.
favorite barbecue seasoning, which is totally fine of what you would put on your meat to be consistent. But as simple as salt and pepper, or in this case, because it's the Hatch chili season, chili powders to just spice up your fruits and vegetables that you have on the grill. Um, that added will complement anything else you grill this evening.
What I'm going to do next is corn. And I love grilled corn. And I'm going to spray the corn. You can hear that. You probably can't see it. I'm going to put that on too, because that'll take some time. And what we'll do is we're going to grill these.
Now, potatoes and corn do take a little bit more time than you would like tomatoes, mushrooms, asparagus. They're a little bit more dense and thick. Potatoes have a much more starchiness. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
corn is a grain on the cob. It takes a little bit more heat. So you're going to keep it closed for about, you can check it after about 5 minutes there to make sure everything's okay. But you're going to get the overall circulation of the heat within when closing it, and it won't take as long when you're grilling. Now, when you're barbecuing with meat, same thing. You could do a hummus, a garlic toom sauce.
You know what
The
I was
possibilities are
thinking?
endless.
They are. I was thinking of one of the Hatch chili seasonings and mixing it with a ranch and having that as a dip. And then I also thought that instead of making this a vegetable charcuterie plate, and I think that would be kind of pretty and tasty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mark, as you see, I see in the background there, you've had it covered. You
Yep.
start to see some smoke. You might want to check on it and turn it a little bit there, see how we're doing there. You're going to
All
have
right.
some nice grill marks. You're probably going to move the corn just, a quarter turn because you really have about four sides to grill there. Um, you know, typically when you're grilling vegetables, you keep it open. It's going to stay at about 150 to 200 degrees. When you close it, when it hits over 400 degrees, as most grills have a temperature gauge, they'll start smoking and starting to really char up. When you see a good char on the potatoes, which is probably about 8 to 10 minutes in, you're going to want to flip them and hit them on the other side as well.
You can see that our corn, I don't know if you can see it, but our corn is starting to char a little bit. And whoa, that's hot. That's a hot grill. Whoa. The pepper's on. What do you think, Robert?
Yes. Peppers and some of the other veggies that you have are going to take half the amount of time. They're
Right.
thinner, they're denser. It looks like you've already cut off the end, cut them in half, remove the seeds and the veins. So as you get, because of the corn and the potatoes are going to take about 20 minutes. The other produce items that you have on the plate there are going to take half the amount of time. Peppers, tomatoes, they're going to grill just because they're not as dense. So, and the
And
key thing is never walk away from your grill when you're doing veggies because they cook much faster than meat. Remember that.
so I have a bunch of tomatoes here, and we'll put those on. I don't know if those go on next or not. Let's see.
Yeah, they'll take about the same amount of time that the those are mini Marzano tomatoes. They're like a huge um, oval, like elongated tomato there, and they will char up really nicely as well. And they're small, so you don't have to cut them. You don't want them to fall through the grill. They won't fall
Right,
through the grill because they're just big enough.
right. And these, we've actually planted these, and the squirrels are enjoying them already. Okay, we're gonna take a look inside. Let's see how everything is doing. We'll start with, oh, the potatoes are really cooking well.
The cool thing about when you're grilling fruits and veggies here, the potatoes, you can make potato fries, put it up. It makes a nice, colorful addition. And the cool thing is that they have such a good shelf life. You can keep them out on the counter for a long time. You don't have to eat them right away. You can even let them cool down and make a potato salad with them as well, a
Mm,
barbecue potato salad if you've never had that before. That's fun. You're going to rotate your corn. It will that particular grain vegetable will take the longest to grill, but I've noticed that you put the peppers on. They're
yep.
probably uh, when you get to about the 5 minute mark, get a little bit of char. You're going to want to flip those, and probably a good time to also put in some of the other veggies that you want to put in there, like tomatoes as well.
All right, I'm gonna,
Tomatoes, unless
yeah.
you're working with large tomatoes, you're working with mini Marzano tomatoes, which is a great Italian tomato that's now available and grown here in the United States. We are at the peak of the tomato season. Don't cut them unless they're large. If you're using Romas or beef steaks, or heirlooms, you can cut those into about 1 inch discs. But when you're working with baby potatoes or cherry tomatoes, put them straight on the grill there. They don't take as long um, as much as some of the other fruits and veggies that you put on the grill as well.
All right, let's take a look at these. This is what um, hatch chilies look like. Uh, but these are kind of like the grandson of the hatch chilies. You want to explain that?
Yes. So earlier I was speaking about the famous New Mexico Hatch chilies. The grandson, which was developed from the Hatch chili, are the Anaheim chilies that you have in your hand. Those are available on a year-round basis, and like most large chilies that have a thicker wall to them, these are a mild variety of chili. You can roast them as well. Larger chilies you can roast. However, when you have them nice and charred on the outside, you definitely need to peel it because most people they don't like the skin or the veins or the seeds on the inside. And once you char them up really nicely, and when I say char, a good black coating because that's just the skin. Once you peel the skin, underneath it's going to be the green chili that you're going to enjoy.
I'm going to try to show you, if I can, are potatoes that have a nice char. The peppers are charring, and I don't like to char them, till they're all black. Just a little bit on them, which is what we've got, and those should come off soon, I think.
Yep,
Now,
yep,
do you
you're
like?
almost there.
I like um, I like cooked tomatoes. I always have, even as a kid. Um, and so grilling tomatoes is new for me. And the San Manzano tomatoes are actually used in Italy to make sauces like a marinara. And so I'm
Correct.
looking forward to playing with some of these tomatoes, maybe making a sauce out of them. Um, okay, we've got a couple of more things to do. We've got some, and by the way, if you go to melissas.com, and I've got a special uh, website link up uh, that you can go and visit and learn about making a grilled, I guess you call it a grilled basket.
It's almost like a charcuterie board for grilled veggies.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of grilling recipes on how to grill some of the different vegetables, onions, garlic. You can even grill like baby bok choy. That's one of my favorite grilling Asian vegetables on
Oh,
the
is it
grill. Or
really? Wow.
Chinese eggplant, because on the Asian eggplant, whether it's Chinese eggplant, Japanese eggplant, or Thai eggplant, the cool thing is you don't have to remove the skin. The skin is edible when you cook with it.
Yeah.
So,
And
yeah,
there's also India um, uh, eggplant,
eggplant.
which is
Hmm.
round. It's a round variety.
And very
Okay.
small in
And
size.
very
So,
small. Yes.
yes, all the smaller eggplants, they don't have the thick leathery skin like your traditional globe eggplant. Um, and so they're wonderful on the grill there.
All right. I am going to take off long sweet peppers. Now, these are sweet. These are not spicy. And to me, they're perfect for a sandwich. I love it that way.
Also, when you're roasting a lot of produce at one time, you can also an easy thing to do is put, if you're using in this case smaller tomatoes like cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. These are mini San Marzo. You can put them on wooden skewers and
Ah,
you know uh, grill on one side for 5 minutes, flip them. You could be more efficient when you're grilling vegetables to utilize the whole grill space by putting a lot of the produce items. You can do this with the cut long sweet peppers or bell peppers, almost like you would kebab.
I've got some olive oil now, and I lost a piece of onion, and we're
Now,
going to put.
onions are a little bit more trickier. You have to cut them into about quarter half inch discs. And yeah, you're going to have to. What I like to use when I'm cooking, because I like to do onions all the time, that's like a standard on the grill, whether I'm doing burgers, whether I'm doing meat. But I use a hamburger flipper, and that allows for them
Ah,
to like not come apart. When you use tongs, they'll really come apart when you flip them over, because they're going to take about 10 minutes, 5 minutes on each side. So I would use a hamburger flipper for the onions. Onions are probably the trickiest to do because they do fall apart. The onions grow in layers, and when you cut them into discs, the layers will come apart unless you have a good flipper.
got it. And I forgot the flipper. Carol is going to hand it to me right now, and I'm only gonna cook the uh, white onion. I do have some purple, and we'll close this up. And we have eggplant to do, and then we have mushrooms inside, Carol, right? On the, yeah, we have mushrooms that I've put together. Oh, and the asparagus. We'll do both of those. Do you like asparagus, Robert?
Yes, I love grilled asparagus. Make sure when you look now when you're grilling asparagus, obviously they can fall through the grill.
Right.
Make sure when you put them on the grill that you intersect. You don't align them with the grill, or you're going to run into problems. It's going to fall through your grill. But
Oh,
also, always look for thicker asparagus when you grill. Don't use the really thin pencil, because they'll either fall through or literally melt on the grill because they're not as thick and hearty as your larger size asparagus.
and oops.
Yeah, those tomatoes should be done by now.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. Oops. Got to get that one before it slips.
One thing that I like to do with tomatoes is after you take them off and let them kind of sweat out and roast. I mean,
Right.
kind of sweat and cool down on your platter there. I like to use it. I almost like take tomatoes and like spread it out like on butter on a nice sourdough crisp bread, or maybe like a crostini, a little
Ooh.
garlic, salt, pepper. Oh, delicious.
All right. We're gonna come over here, and I think the other next thing we'll put on are the mushrooms and some of the eggplant. I'm gonna use this. I've been using avocado spray, avocado oil. It's 100% avocado oil spray, and it's doesn't have a taste. And then I can season the produce that I've grilled any way I want.
Correct.
And um, I also I pull out the stem. Normally, what I do is I pull out the stem and I use it for a salad the next day. Oh boy!
So on asparagus, you can cut them like the onions into discs. Um, Now, asparagus is not as dense as some of the other vegetables, so the cooking time will be less, probably less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes on each side approximately. You can also, just like the onions, use the flipper as well than the tongs. Tongs are work better on the heartier fruits and vegetables because obviously when you're cooking a fruit or vegetable, it's going to make it lose its texture and kind of soften up. So that is an extra handy tip um, when you're putting them on the grill.
I should point out that we have a lot of vegetables to go. And the idea of this show was simple. It was to show you that you don't have to just do hamburgers, hot dogs, and maybe chicken, but you could try some different things. We've given you a wide variety of things that you can grill. You've mentioned fruit. I've had, I guess, grilled pineapple comes to mind. Any other fruits that you can think of?
Well, if you search online or go to melissas.com, there's a lot of recipes. You look at some of the produce that is in season, and believe it or not, grilling peaches has been an in thing. And what you can do when you grill the peaches, you can enjoy them warm or hot, right off the grill. I like to put them and slice them. When you do a peach, it's easier when you work with the seeds that come out, that pit out easy there. So a
Right,
freestone variety, and you can cook them on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. They don't take as much cooking time. I like to
right.
slice them up after the grill, then put it on a nice vanilla ice cream.
Ooh,
uh
I think you can see into 1 inch circles. Okay.
yes.
And eggplant soaks up marinades, oil, even vinegar quickly. So I'm going to do a couple of those. And I scored the flesh, this part, with a fork to help that uh, uh, soaking in of the oil.
Yeah, and with the
Okay.
asparagus, a great dip is a hollandaise sauce. You don't
Oh
have to
yeah.
put sauces on any of the veggies to enjoy. You can cut them up and put them into a green salad when they cool. So there's a lot of possibilities with asparagus. I think It's a great veggie to grill. Doesn't take a lot of time, and just gives a lot of flavor and new texture to your barbecue to complement with any protein.
It also has a lot of nutrients, asparagus. I mean, most of the things that we're grilling are very healthy for you. Um, the eggplant, the onion, the tomato, the what do you think, Robert?
Yeah, it looks like the asparagus just about there. Uh,
Yeah, it's
the onion's probably just about done as well. And then maybe flip the eggplant, and then you're ready to flip on your favorite protein. But in the meanwhile, create a vegetable platter for your guests to enjoy before the main dish.
and make a dip like you had said. You know, the ranch. I love hollandaise, but I try not to eat it too much. I make a Meyer lemon hollandaise, Robert. Carole loves it, likes it. Gonna let that sit there. I'm gonna flip the eggplant. Whoop.
Yeah. Now that you have more barbecue space, you want your vegetables and fruits to grill up a little bit faster. Put it in the center of the heat there, close it, and you're good to go there.
I agree.
Like
I,
I said, the eggplant is so versatile. It really sucks in the flavors of seasonings, salt and pepper.
and so now, when I grill this now, what I often will bake a whole head of garlic, and this is elephant garlic. So you'll be able to see that each clove is huge. Now, I didn't. Do you cut the top off and put oil in there, or just throw it on the grill?
You can easily throw it on the grill, but a lot of people like to cut the top off and do olive oil, and it cooks a lot faster once you do that.
So I think that would be really good. Um, we're just about done. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah, should
Um,
the egg should be about done. Definitely.
yeah, the eggplant needs just a minute or so more. Robert, thanks for putting up with my crazy and um, and working with us. We appreciate you and your staff at Melissa's a lot. Um, Chef Tom is always coming up with neat things for us to do. And I'm meeting some really great people. In fact, um, we normally stick stick the guest chef back into the green room, but we're not going to do that this time because next week's chef, and that's MJ. MJ Hong will be joining us, and
Great.
we're going to be doing a Korean noodle dish and a Korean cucumber dish. And I love Korean food has become my favorite Asian um, food of as of late, maybe the last couple of years. Robert, thank you very much for joining us and spending the time with us. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Mark. And for many grilling recipes, go to melissas.com.
Robert, thank you. Carole, as always, thanks for all the help that you gave. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time with MJ. Bye bye for now.
Want to get your